Hello everyone, welcome to Earth Archives. Please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Thank you. Today's historical mystery is The Mystery of the True and False, Beautiful Princess by Da Vinci. When we talk about Leonardo da Vinci, many people think of his diverse talents. But the first thing that comes to mind is undoubtedly the Mona Lisa, Smile, one of the three treasures of the Louvre in Paris. However, if you ask the art collection and auction world, there is another painting that can rival it in both value and intrigue, and that is the Beautiful Princess that I want to discuss with you today. Among Leonardo da Vinci's few paintings, this one, measuring 33 centimeters by 23 centimeters and created using chalk and ink on vellum, depicts a half-length portrait of a young girl in profile. Originally titled Portrait of a Young Girl in Renaissance Dress, the painting shows the profile of a young girl with rosy skin and a ponytail, dressed in the noble attire of the 15th century. The girl's elegant posture and somewhat distant expression evoke a sense of grace, though her gaze is somewhat cold. While the girl's attire is in the style of the Renaissance period, The Beautiful Princess was regarded for over 20 years as a work imitating Leonardo da Vinci's painting style. In 1988, the painting's former owner, Jean Marchig, sent The Beautiful Princess to Christie's for auction. At the time, the painting was believed to be from the Renaissance period, and Christie's expert François Born determined it was the work of an unknown early 19th century German artist. The painting was eventually sold for $21,850, approximately $694,788 new Taiwan dollars, purchased by New York art dealer Kate Gans for $21,850. In 2007, Canadian art collector Peter Silverman claimed to have purchased the painting on behalf of a Swiss collector for around $19,000. Silverman recalls the first time he saw the painting, saying, "My heart seemed to beat 1,000,000 times a minute." He immediately thought it must be a work by an Italian artist from Florence, and the name of Renaissance master Leonardo da Vinci flashed into his mind. Overwhelmed by excitement, he invited experts for further verification. Scientists conducted familiar tests like carbon dating and infrared analysis on the painting and discovered that The Beautiful Princess was indeed a work from the Italian Renaissance period. The young girl depicted in the painting wore attire characteristic of the late 15th century. Carbon dating showed that the painting was created between 1440 and 1650. Infrared analysis revealed that the portrait of the young girl shared stylistic similarities with Leonardo's other works. Fast forward to 2010. Martin Kemp, a professor of art history at Oxford University and considered one of the world's leading Leonardo experts, emphasized that around 2009, he received digital images of the painting. Initially, he thought it was likely a clever forgery, but upon seeing the original painting in Zurich, he couldn't help but exclaim, "Wow, this might really be a work by Leonardo." He further commented that seeing such an old piece made him believe, "The quality of this work is so high that it could genuinely be considered an original, though that's a subjective judgment." Through the process of elimination, Kemp confirmed the identity of the young girl in the painting, concluding that she was Bianca Sforza, the illegitimate daughter of Ludovico Sforza, Duke of Milan, born in 1483. In 1496, Leonardo was commissioned by Ludovico to paint Bianca's portrait before her marriage. He also renamed the painting La Bella Principessa, which is now known to many as The Beautiful Princess. In 2010, Professor Martin Kemp published his book La Bella Principessa, the profile portrait of a Milanese woman, which refuted François Born's earlier claim and concluded that the painting was indeed the work of Leonardo da Vinci. Kemp's argument quickly gained widespread acceptance among scholars, significantly increasing the value of The Beautiful Princess. If it were truly a masterpiece by Da Vinci, the painting's worth would skyrocket by 7,500 times, with estimates suggesting it could fetch as much as $150 million, or even more. So, Why was Kemp so confident in his assessment? The most compelling evidence that the beautiful princess was created by Da Vinci comes from a fingerprint found in the upper left corner of the painting. Kemp, with the help of Canadian art forensic expert Peter Paul Biro, used multispectral imaging to examine the image of the portrait. They discovered a faint fingerprint, possibly from the index or middle finger, in the upper left corner of the work. Upon comparison, they found that this fingerprint closely resembled one left on Da Vinci's Saint Jerome, a painting that he completed largely on his own in the Vatican. Based on this, Kemp was nearly certain that the beautiful princess was painted by Leonardo. However, Biro cautioned that it was not possible to say with 100% certainty that the fingerprint belonged to Da Vinci. After spending 3 months observing and comparing the fingerprint on the beautiful princess with the one found on Saint Jerome, Biro concluded that they closely matched. His expertise in this field gave his statement considerable weight, as he had previously used fingerprint analysis to authenticate numerous works, including a genuine Jackson Pollock painting bought for just $5 and 28 Pollock works found in a Long Island warehouse in 2002. Despite Biro's reputation, many remain skeptical about this method of authentication. Most scholars continue to reject Kemp's conclusions, and other fingerprint experts have raised doubts about Biro's techniques and findings. Despite the controversy, Biro claimed that commercial interests were behind the efforts to discredit his reputation. Kemp, however, strongly supported Biro's findings, stating that Biro followed a clear and methodical approach in his research and had never exaggerated his conclusions. Kemp emphasized that Biro was an academic researcher, not a commercial intermediary, and he fully endorsed Biro's work, saying, "I completely support his findings. But could the beautiful princess still be confirmed as a Da Vinci work without the fingerprint evidence?" Kemp firmly believed that the painting was indeed created by Da Vinci. In his book, he pointed out multiple clues in the beautiful princess that align with Da Vinci's techniques. For example, the lines in the painting suggest that it was made by a left-handed artist, and as we know, Da Vinci was left-handed. The depiction of the woman's head and face follows the rules Da Vinci recorded in his notes, and the interwoven designs on her clothing mirror techniques seen in his earlier works. Kemp's theories were supported by numerous scholars and experts, including Alessandro Vezzosi, the director of the Leonardo da Vinci Museum in Italy. In his 2008 paper, Vezzosi argued that the quality, style, and imagery of the beautiful princess, as well as the fact that it was created by a left-handed artist, strongly suggested it could be a work by Da Vinci. Mina Gregory, an honorary professor at the University of Florence, also noted that the pure, idealized image of the woman and the Florentine style of her face were key indicators that Da Vinci could have painted the beautiful princess. There were certainly many opposing views. Some scholars pointed out that Kemp's argument lacked direct evidence to conclusively prove the beautiful princess was a Da Vinci work. As a master artist, Da Vinci would not have needed to portray his style timidly, and rather than using a simple outline to depict the portrait, he would have likely used a more three-dimensional approach with light and shadow. Additionally, the embroidery on the woman's shoulder appeared somewhat stiff and mechanical. If the painting were truly a Da Vinci original, the shoulder would have been more detailed and lifelike, while the figure in the beautiful princess seemed somewhat flat. Some experts even suggested it could be a 19th-century piece, possibly a study, or perhaps a work by one of Da Vinci's students. Carmen C. Bambach, a curator at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, who had curated a Da Vinci exhibition in 2003, was interviewed by the New York Times in 2008. She stated that the style and color palette of the beautiful princess seemed different from Da Vinci's usual work. When later asked for her opinion on whether the painting was truly Da Vinci's, she declined to comment. Then, in a surprising twist in late November 2010, British forger Greenhalgh claimed that the figure in the beautiful princess was not a Renaissance noblewoman, but rather a former colleague of his named Sally, who worked with him at a supermarket. He described Sally as having a high self-esteem, bossy tendencies, and a bit of a domineering personality. However, the independent newspaper in the UK reported that a French scientific laboratory had tested the paint used in The Beautiful Princess and determined that it was at least 250 years old. Greenhalgh responded to this by claiming that he had used traditional methods to brew tree sap to forge the Renaissance ink ingredients, and even redrew the draft in such a way that it resembled a left-handed Da Vinci work. This revelation caused a stir, and the painting's former owner, Mashig, quickly refuted Greenhalgh's claims. She pointed out that her husband had purchased the painting in 1955, 6 years before Greenhalgh was even born, making it impossible for it to be a forgery. Even Peter Silverman, the current owner of The Beautiful Princess, expressed his frustration with Greenhalgh and issued a challenge, offering £10,000, about $481,045 new Taiwan dollars, for Greenhalgh to create a forged version of the painting in front of art experts. However, Greenhalgh did not respond to this challenge. From March 20 to August 15, 2010, The Beautiful Princess was publicly displayed at an exhibition titled Here is Light. The Renaissance masters see a new light in Gothenburg, Sweden. When you think about it, a painting that could go from being valued at $20,000 to $150 million in an instant represents one of the most profitable transactions in the world. Such a transformation in value likely only happens when it's linked to Da Vinci, whose legacy alone carries immense allure. Some have even referred to this as the real-life version of the Da Vinci Code. From art historians, authentication experts, gallery agents, auction houses, collectors, museum curators, to the general public, the painting, potentially by Da Vinci, still captures people's imaginations. This fascination reflects just how immense the economic scale of the art auction market can be.